Question 3. Let lambda be the product of 26 binomials. Lambda is equal to x minus a, x minus b, x minus c, through x minus z. How many terms are in the expansion of the following product? A minus lambda, b minus lambda, c minus lambda, through z minus lambda. So one key understanding you need to have in order to solve this question is the fact that x minus a, x minus b, through x minus z contains x minus x, which is equal to 0. And anything multiplied by 0 is equal to 0. So that means this whole term is equal to 0, which means lambda is equal to 0. And so we have a minus lambda, b minus lambda, through z minus lambda. And if lambda equals equal to 0, we can just get rid of lambda in all of this. And we just end up with one term. A, b, c, through x, all the way through to x, y, z. One term. Which means that question 3 answer is A, because it's one term. Honestly, it's a lot less complicated than you expect it to be. Question 4. 1/2 of the water is poured out of a full container, then 1/3 of the remainder is poured out. Continue the process, 1/4 of the remainder for the third pouring, 1/5 of the remainder for the fourth pouring, etc. After how many pourings does exactly 1/10 of the original water remain? So, when the question here says 1/3, 1/2 is removed, then 1/3 of the remainder, and then 1/4 of the remainder, that is basically the same as multiplying by 1/2 and then 2/3 and then 3/4 and then so on and so forth. So let's say we extend this pattern of 1/2, 2/3, 3/4 all the way n times. So let's say you pour n times. Then you would end up with this, which we just used to describe a more general statement. And you can see that throughout this entire thing, you can just simplify by removing these numbers. I don't know what they're called, what special name that they have, but you can just divide out these numbers, and once you divide all of them out, you end up with 1 over n plus 1. So let's say we have 1 over n plus 1. This is equal to 10. 1 over 10, sorry. Then that would mean n plus 1 is equal to 10. N equals 9. And we already established that n is the amount of pours you do in order to get this value. So for question 4, the answer is D, 9.